Hi, everybody. Welcome to Petra's Happy Place. Today I'm joined by my best friend, Lila. Today we're going to be talking just about crochet and yarn, yarny goodness. Um, I thank you guys so much for coming by to watch me, and I apologize for my glare in my glasses. Let me see if I can't fix that just a little. Well, it helps a little bit. So I'm here in my yarn room today, and I figured I would spend some time with you um, talking about what I've been working on lately. And if the volume does not work, I apologize. I've got it on, and let's see here. I'm going to turn it up as loud as it can go. It's as loud as, well, let's see here. Turn it up just a little bit more. Okay, so hopefully that will capture my voice. Lila's not too thrilled about this. She is quarantined here in my room with me. Although she likes being with me, she would much rather be playing with a new little friend that she's made. But she's being a little bit too rough, so I've got her in here with me. Yeah, this is bugging me, so I'm going to take those off and see how much I can do without them. So I don't know if you follow me on my private or my personal Facebook page, but we got another little one, Trixie, and no, not Trixie, Pixie. I keep forgetting what Mr. Happy named her, but Pixie is a she looks to be about a 1 month old little kitten, a little tabby kitten, beautiful little thing, and we're so excited. And Lila loves playing with her, and Pixie likes playing with Lila, but sometimes this little one gets a little bit too rough, and her play biting turns into like not it just comes across as a little bit too rough for us. So sometimes we just gotta separate the new ones. But she's my little love bug, and she wants to be here with me. She'd rather be here in my arms than down on the floor, having nothing to play with. So, anyway, what have I been up to? Well, I didn't bring all my stuff in here. If I did, this would probably be close to a 2-hour video, and I just don't think I want to do that. So I'm just going to show you a couple of things. The first thing I want to point out is what Jeannie from On the Hook Crochet. I just love her. I hope you guys are following her. On the Hook Crochet. She just released a new pattern, the Outlander Cape, and I wanted to do that cape. However, hey, stay away from the yarn. She likes to chew the yarn, and so I have to make sure she doesn't get a hold of it. Anyway, she's done, but the thing is that you need 5-weight yarn, and instead of trying to put 2 3-weight yarns together to make it, or just using a 4-weight, I decided that I'm going to try and find some 5-weight, and I don't have any in stock, or in stock. Yeah, in my yarn room I don't have any 5-weight, because I just don't work with 5-weight yarn. I don't roll that way. She's gonna get into trouble, I can tell this. Let me see here if I can distract her. So I went out today and I picked up some yarn at Michael's. Now, in the video, or in her introduction to that Outlander cape, she she said that she used Scarfie yarn. Well, I had picked up the Scarfie and I had it in my hand, and I'm like, no, I don't think so. I don't think I want this. Um, where did I end up going here? Okay, so first I have to tell you, I went to Joann's. No, they don't have scarfy yarn at Joann's. And I found some yarn that I'm going to try to make the cape with. And it is, I know you guys, I know, but it's homespun. Now, I'm looking at the pattern and it's mostly double crochet. So I'm thinking that I can use this yarn. And I picked up two because it didn't have all the yardage in it that I would need. Yeah, each one is 185 and I would need about 300. So I figure I'll probably need two. But I thought those colors are very fall looking to me. Well, in my world, they're fall looking because I don't like a lot of orange. Well, I don't wear oranges and that kind of coloring. So I picked this up. It's got some, okay, I'm going to have to wear my glasses for this one. So it's 185 yards, 98 acrylic, and 2% other fiber. I don't know what the other fiber is. Maybe it's that whatever is holding the homespun together. For those of you that are not aware, a lot of people don't like this, but basically it's a roving yarn and it has a like almost like a string. Excuse me, a string holding it together. And it's very fuzzy. It's difficult to frog, but you can see that little thread holding it together. On this one, it looks like a turquoisey blue. Anyway, I just thought this might look kind of nice on around my neck, and it will go with a couple different outfits. But here's what I've decided to do. I'm going to go ahead and make it, and it'll be my first one. And I will make it originally for myself. I'll try it on, make sure it works, and then if I like the pattern and I want to make another one, I will find a different yarn that is mostly, and I saw Scarfy, but I also saw a different one in Michael's that I really liked. But I was pretty upset because they didn't mark anything last week. And I was still under the assumption that the sale was still going off with the 30%. And I brought it all the way up to the counter. And no, that's not on sale. So I said, no, thank you. I don't want it if it's not on sale. But it has more grays and blacks, darker, gradient type things. And it was one of those new loops and threads. It was not um, it's not the Scarfy. Although Scarfy did have that one, that one was more like a warm black. I don't know if that makes sense. It wasn't a cooler color, and I need to wear more cool colors. So anyway, that's that. All that to say, I'm looking forward to starting that pattern this week, and if I get a good head start on it today, that would make it really nice. Okay, she seems to be okay. She's got a piece of this packing, stuff. Hopefully she'll be okay with that. I would give her a plastic lid, but that, if it breaks, it'll be sharp, and I don't want her, because she chews everything. So, okay, so what else have I been working on? For those of you that remember, it's been a while since I've made a crochet video or a yarn video. And I was working on some sweaters and some blankets for my grandbabies. My latest two, my youngest granddaughters. And I finished the one, and I'll show it to you again. I know I've already shown it to you, but I haven't finished it as far as putting the buttons on, but I have finished the sweater itself. I still have to sew in the ends and put the buttons on, but that is the sweater. Oh, let me. And I'm just going to put a couple of buttons down here, maybe 4 or 5 buttons. And I've already got the buttons, and let's see here. Are they in here? Yeah. Let me show you what they are. They're just these little multicolor flowers. Aren't they cute? And somebody had mentioned that they really thought that my stitch markers were were buttons already. And I thought, you know what, that looks very colorful. So I just basically found some colorful flowers, and I thought just put like 4 maybe on here. And that that would work. I'm trying to find my little mischievous little thing. Hey, are you behaving? Are you behaving? She just looks at me like, what? I'm not doing anything. So anyway, got to do that and sew in the ends, and I'll be done with this one. Now I had started a hat, but I decided against it. I'm just gonna do the sweater, and that's gonna be done. I've already finished the blanket and sewn in all the ends and everything, and then that for that grandbaby it will be done. Hey, come on out of there. So that's one thing. I want to start putting things back where they were so I remember to keep my eye on things. Okay, then I was wanting to make my original thought was to make the same thing in a larger size for my other grandbaby, but I wasn't I wasn't thrilled with the yoke. I did it and undid it like 2 or 3 times, and it just wasn't turning out the way I wanted it to. For some reason, it wasn't increasing as it went down. I'm doing it on my body, obviously, but it would be for a baby. But it wasn't increasing, and so it was scrunched up here, and it just did not look right. So I said, forget it. I'm not going to try it again. That's a one and done thing, you know. It was I think it was a tutorial, so um, I didn't I didn't know it was an actual written pattern, but whatever. I think it was one of those free patterns from Yarn Inspirations. So this one, I was looking around. I just looked up baby patterns, and I found one that had some bobbles on it, and it was so cute. Now, I'll try to remember to put the name of the pattern and a link to the Etsy store where I got this, but this is so stinking cute. I decided to make it, and I don't know what she's into, but I've got it finished. Other than the arms, I'm still working on the sleeves, but isn't that a cutie sweater? And I know it's going to be a whole lot bigger than it should be, but she'll grow into it, you know, one day. And I'm using alpaca twist from Yarn Bee. I had bought this a long time ago. It's a linen, and it's 90% acrylic and 10% alpaca. So it's so soft and squishy, and it's a bigger yarn. It's a 4-weight yarn. They might even say 5-weight for the little fuzzies, but isn't it cute? It's like an oatmeal color. And I just think those little bobbles make it so pretty. So I'm almost done with this sleeve. I got this far. I think I'm going to put 2 more rows, and then I'm going to do the cuff. And same with this. And I'm writing everything down as I go, like how many I start with, because I just leave it like this, and then I count the stitches around on the first one, and I write it down to make sure I have the same starting point on here. And I'm going to pause this for just a second so I can let Little Miss out. Hold on. Hi there. Hi again. Okay. So anyway, I'm almost done with this. And once I have it finished, I think I'm going to find some toggle buttons is what I'm going to use on this one. So I know it's going to look kind of funny because I've already put the ribbing on it. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to use little toggle buttons on that one. Okay, so that's that. Okay, then I got into a kick. You talk about going down a rabbit hole. So I started something. Oh, here, let me show you this finished project. This is one that I have finished. And I was using up one of my halo Colorama halos, and this is, and the color's not showing up, but this is the purple one. And I was trying to make it so that you could bring it over your head, but let me see here. I'll show you. My hair is a mess anyway. Okay. Ah. So it's, and because it's that Colorama halo, it's so soft. It's so soft, not itchy at all. But if I put my hair in, I can use it like a head covering, so like, let's say I just put this on as an accessory, if you will, and I'm walking to work, or I'm walking from the car, to the house or something, and a gust of wind comes in, I can always pull it up and protect my ears from the wind. So there you go. And I just all I did was measure around and just did let me see if I can remember what stitch I did. Um, looks like a moss stitch all the way across. And I was hoping to get the color change, but it didn't really change colors. So I do have the rest of it, and I guess if I did another one, it would change, go from the purples to the lighter colors. But that's that one. It's done. It's going into the done pile. Okay, so here's my latest thing. I haven't sewn in the ends, but I made two of them. So this is one. Can you guys tell what it is? If you guessed, you know what? Is that even centered? Yeah, it's got to be centered. Yeah. So this is a little doggy sweater. And if the doggy has like a long neck, you can keep it up like this. And if it has a shorter neck, you can roll it like that, make it look like a turtleneck. But I made this one and this one. I haven't sewn the ends in, but anyway, I made two of them. Just kind of getting my feet wet with them. So this is going to be my amigurumi project I didn't think I was going to do. But then I started looking at patterns, and I found a pattern that had small, medium, large, extra large, and maybe a double extra large or something like that. But I decided to do a medium, and this is how it's turning out. Let's see here. Oh, I got the sneezes. Okay, so let me show you this. This was done in the round. And this was a tutorial. If I remember the tutorial, I'll put that in the description box. But this is going in the round, and it joins up like right where the sleeve is. Okay, you can kind of see that there. This one, however, is done like this, and then you will sew it together under the body here, like so. So it will be like, let me see if I can kind of simulate this here, like so. So that will be the top. And it's got a much larger spot for the legs, okay, the front legs. And I'm doing a striping effect, and I haven't done any more. I don't want to do any more until I've got these ends sewn in. But I'm going to bring it out about another 3 rows or so, and then I'm going to start along the back, from like the middle of the back to the tail, so that that part will be covered too. So, why are you doing this, Petra? Why are you making a medium one when your dog is so little? You might be asking. Well, the deal is that I'm hoping, now I'm friends. I've become friends with one of the ladies that works at a doggy daycare, and it's a boarding place, but people bring them also in just for the day, like when they're working and such. I'm sorry, my hair is a mess. Please forgive me, but I keep messing with it. But anyway, I asked her if if it would be okay, or if she had any problems with me maybe making some um, uh, doggy sweaters and selling them there. So she told me, she said, well, if you want to make a couple of them and have them there, and see how it goes, people might not want them. So I'm like, I want to have a different sampling um, of different sizes of these. Now, these are small. These are going to be like for, I think they're even going to be too big for a Yorkie. I mean, it kind of fits Lila, but it still might be a little bit too big for her, especially around here. But, you know, I'll just have to figure something out. At least I know the basics of how to do it now. And in doing a different pattern and a different size, I could take measurements, or I could have the customer measure around the body, and how long and all that kind of stuff, so that I could make it like to fit their little fur baby or unfur baby. I've seen some of those now. No, I don't think so. Not that they have any at this place, but yeah. So what I'm using for, okay, what I used for this was the Hobie Twister, or Hobby Twister, Hurricane. I think that's the name of it, Hurricane. And then the tan color here is Red Heart. I think Red Heart. Um, Aaron Fleck. Aaron Fleck. So that's what that color is. And then this brown was in my my haul. I want to say haul. Is it? It was the gift from my friend Heidi. It was in that big box of yarn that her mother had in storage. So awesome. And all of this was in my scrap pile. Even these were, I mean, I I have enough left over of this yarn to make another one. At least, maybe even 2. They don't take much yarn. but this uses a single crochet all the way across, whereas this one is a double crochet. And I'm trying to use up my scrap yarn. So I'm, yeah, I'm trying. Um, and I think it's working. And I'm loving doing it. I think it's going to be great because most of my scrap yarn is acrylics. And just putting a little bit together here, a couple colors to make it striped, or um, maybe I have enough for like one color for the collar, and I'll start maybe like with the excuse me, with the legs, to start adding like have it come down a little bit more on the fur baby's arms, the front arms. We'll see. And I picked up, other than this pattern, I found another pattern on Etsy that I picked up, and it's going to be so much fun because it uses the basics like this. It uses a basic pattern, but they're uh, costumes. They're costumes, they have like dinosaurs and an angel and a butterfly, and not a butterfly, a ladybug, a cupcake. I mean, all kinds of things, and they even have, I mean, they're for cats and dogs, and they even have like the little hats that, you're going to have to put on and have to tie. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. But like, again, they just use a basic like this, and then you add different ornamentations on here to make it, it's going to be so much fun. I think I've decided to make Lila either the ladybug or the cupcake. The cupcake has like little white with a cherry on top. It's so cute. Oh, but it's a pattern that I got off of Etsy, and so I don't have an actual picture to show you. But when I finish it, I will show you. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna make it or not. But anyway, um, it's out there somewhere. Anyway, so those are the things that I have been working on. I have a lot more. Okay, that's not even the end of it. I've got a lot more to work on. I have 20 plus whips over here, and I keep starting other ones. And um, for me, it's one of these things, out of sight, out of mind, because I don't crochet in this room. And so if I'm not back here looking at stuff to say, oh, I want to do that. And I think, part of it is you go through seasons in life, don't you? And it's like, I don't know if I don't want to finish this top because this is a spring top, and I don't want to do a spring top and not be able to wear it until winter, or next spring because winter's up, and I don't know what my problem is. Um, there's just so much over there I want to do, but I keep thinking one day I'll get to it, and maybe I will. I don't know. Um, but in the meantime, it's not going anywhere. I have my acrylic wall. I have my acrylics and cottons over on this wall, and I'm finding I have a lot of. I had everything stuffed underneath in these cupboards. They're cupboards that fold up. The doors fold down, and you put your stuff in, and you fold the doors back up. I had it stuffed in there, and I brought everything out to kind of sort it out by weight. And I have so much number 4 and 3 weight yarn that I'm thinking I want to do a scrap GAN. Now, I am not a scrappy, I'm not a scrappy person. I'm not a scrap GAN type person. But I have a lot. Let me see if you'll be able to see it here. Yeah, right there. You see all of that? That is all old acrylic yarn in shades of tan and camel and those light colors, mostly the same thing, maybe different dye lots. But I was thinking if I hold 2 or 3 yarns together, and I don't like using a big hook, but I have them if I need to use them, um, and maybe just do a row or two at a time. If I do a um, if I do a moss stitch, I need something that's going to be a yarn eater. I want a yarn eater. And as much as I like baskets, I have so many because I used to be a consultant for Longaberger, and I have Longaberger, and then I have all my mom's baskets that she had. So those are all Peterborough baskets. Um, so I don't need any more baskets. I'm basketed out. I mean, I even have little baskets here, here, here. You can see I've got baskets all over the place. So don't need any baskets. But if I make like a scrap gan, just a small, maybe like a 45 by 60 blanket, like a lap Afghan, um, I would have enough to make a couple of them, I'm sure, and then just and gift them to the homeless shelter or the and because they're acrylic, I don't have a problem with donating them to like a senior center or something like that, or an assisted living place. Anyway, that's what I have in mind. That's what I'm working on. There's no rhyme or reason to anything, but I am so glad I was able to come on today because every time I've wanted to film, either my camera wasn't working right, um, which it's not right now. It's only given me about 3 minutes to film, and I don't know what's going on with that, so I just don't forget about using my camera, even though you guys tell me that that has the best sound. Or like in the case of today, the kids, my fur babies, my fur kids, they just were not cooperating and not wanting to give me the time. They were very demanding, and they are very demanding, or work or whatever. Something has always come up, and I'm so glad I was able to do this today. So, anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Um, Enjoy every minute, live in the minute if you can. That's what I tell a lot of people. Don't worry about yesterday, don't worry about tomorrow, just live right now, and you will see the blessings that God has given you. And I thank you guys so much for joining me. In the comment section below, if you want to tell me what you're working on or what you think of the projects that I'm working on, or give me any hints or suggestions, I'd really appreciate it. Until next time, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.